Robyn out. Meri's alleged conspiracy uncovered as Kody turns on his last wife. In a twist that has left fans of sister wives reeling, whispers of betrayal, shifting alliances, and deep-rooted resentment are swirling through the once unshakable foundation of the Brown family. At the center of it all, Robyn Brown, the wife long considered Kody Brown's favorite, now finds herself isolated, distrusted, and potentially pushed out by the very man who once defended her at all costs. Even more shocking, the whispers that Meri Brown, once estranged and emotionally distant from the family unit, may have orchestrated a quiet but effective conspiracy to unravel Robyn's position in the family. With the help of loyal friends and years of buried frustration, Meri's quiet resolve has reportedly evolved into a calculated attempt to reclaim power, purpose, and perhaps a bit of poetic justice. Is Robyn really out? And has Meri played a larger role in this family unraveling than anyone ever expected? The fall of Robyn Brown. From favorite to forsaken. Robyn Brown was once Kody's queen. She entered the Brown family as the fourth wife. Young, soft-spoken, and seemingly devoted to plural marriage. But from the moment she arrived, things began to shift. Longtime fans of Sister Wives noted how Robyn quickly became the center of Kody's attention, a move that left Christine, Janelle, and Meri feeling abandoned and emotionally discarded. As Christine left and Janelle distanced herself, Kody's attention turned exclusively toward Robyn, fueling speculation that the plural marriage had, in truth, morphed into a monogamous one. Robyn, once the newest addition, had somehow become the only remaining wife. But recent insider reports reveal a much different reality behind closed doors. According to a source close to the family, Kody and Robyn's relationship has soured in silence over the last year. They're still putting on the public face, the source says, but at home, it's cold. Distant. Robyn feels isolated, and Kody is frustrated. He believes Robyn hasn't lived up to the role he envisioned. Kody's breaking point. Kody Brown has never been shy about expressing his grievances, especially when it comes to loyalty and respect. But sources suggest that his recent frustrations have turned inward, toward the only wife who remains. He blames her for a lot now, the insider reveals. The breakdown of the family, the public backlash, even his fractured relationships with his older children. He doesn't say it outright, but there's this simmering resentment. In recent months, Kody has allegedly stopped attending Robyn's family functions, often preferring to visit his adult children or take solo camping trips in Flagstaff. His social media presence has become cryptic, posting vague quotes about betrayal, rebuilding, and seeing true colors. And then came the real bombshell. Kody reportedly told a close friend that he feels trapped, and that he never imagined Robyn would be so difficult to live with on her own. Meri's revenge or redemption. While Robyn and Kody's once-invade bond begins to splinter, Meri Brown has been quietly plotting her comeback. Though Meri was the first wife and once Kody's legal partner, their marriage suffered years of distance, emotional rejection, and public humiliation. But something changed in Meri over the last 2 years. With her bed and breakfast thriving, her online presence more confident than ever, and a new circle of strong, outspoken friends behind her, Meri has slowly rebuilt herself, without Kody, and without the weight of plural family politics. Now fans and insiders are speculating that Meri's silence was strategic, and that she has been gathering information, allies, and influence behind the scenes, potentially with the goal of exposing Robyn's role in the family's collapse. She knows where all the bodies are buried, said one fan in a now viral Reddit thread. Meri watched Robyn rise to the top while everyone else got pushed out. She's done being quiet about it. The conspiracy theory even further was a recent podcast episode hosted by Meri's longtime friend and confidant, who pulled no punches when discussing Robyn. She's manipulative. She weaponized victimhood to stay in Kody's good graces, the friend said during the tell-all interview. I watched Meri suffer while Robyn played the saint. She saw every other wife walk away broken, and she didn't lift a finger to help. The episode went viral, amassing over 100,000 views within 48 hours and prompting #JusticeForMeri to trend on social media. Fans flooded Meri's Instagram with comments of support, many urging her to share her full side of the story. While Meri herself hasn't confirmed or denied the allegations, her recent cryptic posts, quotes about karma, truth, and rising from the ashes, suggest she's not denying them either. Kody's alleged ultimatum. If the rumors are true, the final straw came in the form of a private confrontation between Kody and Robyn, where he allegedly accused her of sowing division and not holding the family together like she promised. According to a source, Kody gave Robyn an ultimatum: either things change or this ends. Though it's unclear what this refers to, whether their legal marriage, shared home, or family dynamic, the tension is unmistakable. Robyn has reportedly been seen looking distressed at public outings, and she recently deleted several family-themed posts from her social media. Even more telling, Robyn has begun reconnecting with extended family outside the Browns, a move some see as preparation for an eventual separation. A family beyond repair. With Robyn on the outs, Christine happily remarried, Janelle forging her own path, and Leon dropping the Brown surname altogether, the once sprawling polygamist family tree looks more like a set of disconnected roots than a thriving unit. Kody, now in his 50s, seems tired and disillusioned. The man who once championed plural marriage on national TV is now surrounded by silence, estrangement, and a growing chorus of former loved ones who no longer want to be associated with him. In contrast, Meri seems to be rising from the wreckage. While she may not be interested in reconciling with Kody, she's clearly found a new voice, and she's not afraid to use it. Whether or not she orchestrated Robyn's fall from grace, she's certainly not standing in the way of it. What's next for Robyn? Robyn now stands where Meri once stood, alone, uncertain, and unprotected. Once the most powerful woman in the Brown household, she's reportedly questioning her decisions, and according to insiders, even considering a move back to Utah to be closer to her extended family. She's devastated, one source claims. This wasn't how she thought it would end. But for some fans, it's a reckoning that's long overdue. Robyn became the symbol of everything that went wrong, one fan wrote. She might not be entirely to blame, but she certainly benefited from the fallout. Now the spotlight's on her, and she doesn't like it. Final thoughts. The saga of sister wives is no longer just about plural marriage. It's about power, betrayal, resilience, and personal transformation. Robyn may have started as the cherished newcomer, but the story has flipped. Now she stands at the edge of the family cliff she once looked down from. As for Meri, whether orchestrator or opportunist, she's no longer in the shadows. And the family she once wept over may finally be hearing her voice loud and clear. One thing is certain, the Brown family we once knew is gone. And whatever rises from its ashes will be unrecognizable from the dream that once was. Meri makes her move. Robyn exposed, Kody distances himself from wife and kids. The once celebrated Brown family empire from sister wives is now hanging by a thread, frayed, faded, and filled with secrets finally surfacing. While Robyn Brown was long perceived as the reigning queen in Kody Brown's inner circle, things have taken a dramatic turn. Kody, once fiercely loyal to Robyn, has reportedly begun distancing himself from both her and their children, while Meri Brown, the wife who once quietly endured emotional exile, is stepping into the spotlight with a powerful new presence. And maybe, just maybe, an agenda. Whispers of deception, power plays, and long-held resentment are now swirling into something much bigger than behind-the-scenes tension. According to insiders and family acquaintances, Meri is done playing nice, and Robyn's carefully curated image as the peacemaker may be unraveling at last. Let's dive into the latest shocking chapter in the Sister Wives saga, where old scores are settling and new alliances are forming. Meri's silent build-up to a bold move. For years, Meri Brown stood on the outskirts of her own marriage. Once Kody's first and legal wife, she was slowly pushed aside, not through a sudden betrayal, but through a slow fade, an emotional starvation that became more visible with every passing season. She watched as Kody legally divorced her to marry Robyn, claiming it was for the children. But Meri, along with millions of viewers, felt the real reasons simmering beneath. She endured catfishing scandals, public humiliation, and a cold dismissal from the man she once built a life with. But behind the scenes, Meri wasn't falling apart. She was laying low and leveling up. She launched a successful bed and breakfast in Utah, expanded her presence on social media, and built a loyal following of fans who admired her strength and subtle shade. And now, as cracks in Robyn and Kody's bond grow wider, Meri is making her move, not for Kody's affection, but for the truth to finally come to light. The Robyn illusion. Exposed. Robyn Brown entered the family with soft eyes, careful words, and an air of innocence. She was introduced as the woman who brought balance to the chaos. But for the other wives, it felt more like imbalance masked by diplomacy. Fans have long speculated that Robyn wielded more influence than she admitted, steering Kody's decisions, subtly isolating the other wives, and crafting a carefully controlled public image of victimhood. But in recent months, new information and behind-the-scenes insights have challenged Robyn's narrative. One source close to the family revealed, Robyn always claimed she didn't want to be the favorite, but she made sure to be the only one who had consistent access to Kody. She built her world around him while everyone else was left to figure things out alone. Now, with Kody reportedly pulling away from the very home he once retreated to, people are asking, did Robyn finally overplay her hand? Kody retreats. Distance or disconnection? Kody Brown's relationship with his children and wives has seen steep decline over the years, but his devotion to Robyn once stood as the last emotional lifeline. That, too, appears to be fading. Insiders claim Kody has been spending more time in isolation, traveling alone, and avoiding family events that used to include Robyn and the younger kids. He's exhausted, said a source. He feels betrayed by everyone, including Robyn now. The man who once insisted on family unity above all is now choosing solitude over stability. Some say it's midlife crisis, others say it's the result of watching his empire collapse. But those closest to the situation believe it's deeper. Kody is realizing the emotional refuge he built with Robyn may have been a mirage. He reportedly told a friend, "I gave everything to her, and I'm still not at peace. I feel like I lost my family for a dream that never came true." The confrontation. Meri speaks out. According to rumors circulating among production insiders, Meri recently had a long overdue confrontation with Kody and Robyn, one that fans may never see on screen. Meri was calm but direct, said one anonymous crew member. She told Kody he abandoned his responsibilities long before Christine left. She told Robyn that playing the victim while holding all the power doesn't make you innocent. It makes you dangerous. The alleged confrontation was not explosive, but it was piercing. Meri's words shook them. Not because she was angry, but because she was right, the source added. Since then, Meri has been more vocal online, sharing quotes like, "Truth doesn't mind being questioned. A lie does." And sometimes the silence you hear is the sound of someone finally setting boundaries. Robyn alone. Cracks in the fairy tale. Behind closed doors, Robyn is reportedly feeling the weight of isolation. With the other wives gone or estranged, and Kody emotionally drifting, she is now facing what Meri, Janelle, and Christine once felt: abandonment. "She didn't think it would end like this," said someone close to the Brown family. "She believed if she kept her head down, she'd always be safe." But now the kids are noticing. The silence at the dinner table, the tension. Even they know something's not right. Robyn has been seen less frequently in public, and some fans notice she recently removed family references from her business social media bios. It's unclear if these are signs of distancing, or if Robyn is trying to reclaim some of her own identity, one that was long tied to her marriage and her role in the family. The power shift from Robyn to Meri. In an ironic twist of fate, Robyn Brown, once the most discarded, is now the most centered. While Christine finds love in her new marriage, and Janelle embraces singlehood with freedom, Meri has become the quiet voice of reckoning. Not loud or vengeful, but wise, measured, and free. She's not interested in revenge, her close friend said. She's interested in healing, but not at the cost of silence anymore. Meri's fans have embraced this new chapter with open arms, calling her the phoenix of the family. And with Kody's loyalty now fractured, and Robyn exposed to the very isolation others endured for years, it feels like the Brown family's karmic scales are finally balancing. The bigger picture. The downfall of the Brown family isn't just about marriage. It's about identity, power, loyalty, and survival. Sister Wives was once a show about plural love, but it has evolved into a cautionary tale. What happens when emotional neglect, control masked as commitment, and favoritism masquerading as fairness finally implode? In that implosion, each woman found her own exit, some quietly, others boldly. And while Meri's exit might still be in motion, she's no longer waiting for someone to choose her. She's choosing herself. Final thoughts. As the family fractures beyond repair, Robyn now stands where Meri once stood, at the edge of a broken marriage, questioning everything she thought was secure. And Meri? She walks away with her head high, her peace intact, and her truth finally spoken. Whether Kody finds reconciliation, Robyn finds redemption, or Meri continues to rise alone, one thing is clear: the woman who was once forgotten has become unforgettable. And in the aftermath of this family storm, Robyn Brown has emerged not as a victim, but as the quiet force who saw it all, felt it all, and rose anyway.